Hello, ladies, gents, and everyone's. Welcome back. It is Thursday, January 14th, and we're here to talk about what's going on in space and astronomy news. So first, let's talk about the Space Launch System, or the SLS. So the SLS is a NASA project that is going to be used to launch the Artemis missions. Now, the SLS has been plagued with overruns in both schedule and budget, and it's had a lot of issues. But this Saturday, it is scheduled to have its final green run testing of the core stage. This was actually moved up after a test readiness review this past Monday. So for this test, the engineers are going to fire up all of the core stage systems. They're going to load on 700,000 gallons of cryogenic propellant, and they're going to fire all 4 engines at the same time. So it should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what the results of this SLS final green run testing are on Saturday. So I said that SLS is going to be the launch platform for the Artemis missions. Well, it was also mandated by Congress to be the launch platform for the Europa Clipper mission. This mandate had really been tying the hands of the Europa Clipper mission. Because of these budget overruns and schedule overruns of the SLS, the Clipper mission wasn't even sure if it was going to be actually available for them, but they were not allowed to look for any alternative launch platforms. Not to mention that the SLS is actually a very expensive option for the Clipper launch. Well, the new 2021 funding section for NASA actually allows NASA to look for an alternative launch platform if the SLS is not ready on time or if they can't resolve compatibility issues with the hardware between the launcher and the Clipper. Being able to use a commercial option could be much cheaper for NASA, over $1 billion in savings, and can definitely help the Clipper team make sure that they can go ahead with their planned 2024 launch without being tied back by the SLS issues. An exoplanet called KOI 5AB was just confirmed by astronomers. So this was actually the second ever planet candidate that was discovered by the Kepler mission. But as all of the candidates piled up from Kepler, because they found thousands, this one kind of got lost in the shuffle. Well, now with new data from TESS, astronomers at Caltech were able to confirm the existence of this planet, and it's actually a really cool planet because it's in a triple star system. So this planet is on an inclined orbit around star A, which is in a close binary with star B, and then the AB binary is in a wide binary with star C. This is a pretty cool system, and it's really exciting that they were able to confirm this planet, and it just goes to show how much awesome data there has been in Kepler, and we haven't even reached the limits of it yet. Everybody's favorite rover, Curiosity, well, maybe not everyone's favorite, but a pretty awesome rover, Curiosity, just celebrated its 3,000th sol on Mars. So if you don't know, a sol is what you call a Martian day, which is slightly longer by a little less than an hour than an Earth day. In honor of this milestone, NASA just released this panorama taken by the rover in November of last year on its 2,946th sol, and it's great. So last week we talked about how astronomers had discovered the most distant galaxy ever. Well, now they've actually observed the most distant quasar ever. It's not quite as far away as that galaxy was. This one is only about 13.03 billion light years, so you know. But it's the furthest quasar ever observed, which also makes it the oldest quasar ever observed, and it dates back to only 670 million years after the Big Bang, which is really quick in cosmological time. The quasar's supermassive black hole is estimated to be 1.6 billion times the mass of the Sun, which is quite large. And observing a quasar that formed so quickly and so massively can really help astronomers understand the formation pathways of quasars, because they didn't think previously that some of the formation mechanisms could form a quasar quite like this. So it's very exciting news, and congrats to these astronomers. SpaceX's Dragon capsule just splashed down off the coast of Florida last night. This was the CRS-21 capsule, which marks the 21st cargo resupply mission that SpaceX has done. However, this is the first with the upgraded Dragon capsule, which has almost double the locker capacity of the previous version, enabling it to bring back a lot more science. This capsule carried with it 4,400 pounds of science experiments and equipment. Some of the experiments that it brought back are the Cardinal Heart, Space Organogenesis, and Rodent Research 23, among many others. So this is really exciting. Congrats to SpaceX, and congrats to NASA and the ISS team for all of this excellent scientific research. So we talked last week about Starship SN9, which is going to be SpaceX's next test flight of the Starship rocket. They did a short static test fire last week, and we were hoping that the mission was going to go ahead, but there was some sort of issue with the static test fire. So they repeated this week, which is not uncommon at all, and so they did more static test fires this week. But what is a bit uncommon is they actually did 3 static test fires in one day. It's quite a lot, but they were all successful. Nothing blew up, which is always a good sign. And we're hoping that the SN9 mission is going to go off this weekend based on road closures, and we think that it'll be no earlier than tomorrow. Some upcoming launches are Blue Origin's NS-14. This is going to test some of the communication and security alert systems on board the New Shepard, and it will be carrying on board with it their test dummy, Mannequin Skywalker. So this is going to be another step for Blue Origin towards their first crewed mission, which we don't know exactly when that's going to be, but this will be helpful for them in achieving crewed spaceflight. Rocket Lab's Electron rocket will be launching with a window that opens this Saturday, and their next mission is called Another One Leaves the Crust, which I've mentioned it before, but I love their mission names. This one is really great. It will be carrying on board one communications microsatellite for one of their clients. And this will be the 18th Electron mission. So that's just some of the amazing things going on this week in space and astronomy news. I hope you are all doing well, and I will see you again next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.